Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
You can start the session.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
So, good afternoon, students. Through, sorry. So, today our session is on various topics of Android, which is services, how to work in background, then broadcast receiver, what is it, then what is intent filter, and something like this, right? So, how to use your media player in your application, or how to play a media in your application, and something like this, right? So, this is what we are going to discuss in today's session. So, let's start with the session. Just a few minutes. Let me set up the Android. So, first, let's start with the services, right? And then we will move towards the broadcast receiver, and within this we will discuss about how to use a media player, right, to play the audio and video or anything with the media player. And here we are going to discuss about the intent filter and what is this broadcast receiver and all. So let's start with the services first. So basically, whenever we are talking about the Android applications, sometimes when we want to perform some task which is lengthy tasks, right? Then we can use this services, we can perform those long running operations using these services in background, right? Background in the sense we are doing something else and we want to perform something, right? Or something, for example, if it is getting done till the time, if we want to do something else, then also we should able to do that is can be done with the services. Now there are sometimes there is a confusion in services and thread, that is both are one and all same, but no, it is not same. There is a vast difference between thread and services. Basically, for example, if your activity is running fine, so whatever you are getting, that is your main thread. So whatever you are writing in on create and on start and whatever activity it is your main thread. If you want to perform some lengthy task in parallel, then you are having the option of using services or thread, right? Is it clear? Or do you know how many types of services are available or how many types of services we can create with Android? So basically, if we are talking about the services, then mainly two services are there. First one, that is foreground service, and second one, that is background service, right? Name itself suggests that it is foreground, it is background. But now in which type of applications you can use which type of service, right? So basically, foreground, that means the service or whatever task being performed, that can be noticeable by the user. User can go for the same. Like audio app will use some kind of foreground services to play some audio tracks, and it will going to display some kind of notification to you, right? And even if foreground service will go running even when the user is not with that particular application, you are aware that your music player will keep playing if you will come outside of that service or outside of that particular application, right? Second thing, that is background services. So basically it is what we can't, as a user, we are not aware about. That is, this is something like this is going on. For example, if your application is getting our location, you are not aware that whether it is fetching our location or not or something like this, right? So basically that is about background service which cannot be notable. And third service, that is a bound service. It will have some kind of client server scenario. Client server scenario in the sense there will be the bound service, there will be the client server connection between service and your activity or your applications, we can say that, right? So there will be the communications, some request will be, some interaction will be there between components which are being used in that particular application or services, right? So this is about three different types of services we are having. Now using foreground service, you can develop some kind of music player or something, which is if you are going outside of that particular application, then also it should keep running, right? Now there are some lengthy tasks which should stop when you are coming outside of your application. That can be done by using threading. So basically thread is nothing but, as your OS concept says, it is a lightweight process. We have already used this particular in map demo. We were creating some task and we were assigning it to some threads using async task that we were performing in background. But if we will come outside of the application, it will stop running that particular task, which is the main difference between the thread and the services, right? So basically this is about the services, that is some foreground services and some background services. Just a minute. Just a minute. Yes, so let's start with an Android Studio. So first let me create one project and share one screen. Okay, so I have already created one project which is my service. I have not implemented anything. I have just created new project, nothing else, right? So this is what we need to. Here we are going to implement the concepts of services. Now, whenever you want to create a service, one thing that is you are creating a class and then you will extend the service, and another thing that is you can directly create a service over here, right? And you can go for the service. Here some exports and enabled are there. Exports means both are clicked. The meaning of this is something like this: this service can be called by another applications as well, right? It might be possible that you are developing two applications simultaneously and you want that if this particular application is running, then we can call the service from that another applications as well. At the same time, this exports can be considered, right? So this is what about this service. Once you will create this particular service, fine. So basically you can see that the service class will be there and here the extended is there. Now let's understand that have currently from this service application, I am going to explain you how you can use the default media player option which is available with the Android in this particular application, right? So basically, Android provides you the media player, whatever the framework available with media player, right? With Android, which allows us to play a variety of medias, right? It can be anything like audio, video, or images. And so basically, for example, if you in your WhatsApp, if you are receiving some video or audio file, you are able to play it in your application itself because it is using the media player APIs, which is available with your Android. So basically, to play some sound and video, right? So there is a media player is there. If you want to manage some audio sources and audio output on your device, then you are having the audio manager, right? And before using this media player, you can if you want to play from the internet, then you need to give the internet permission. If you are playing from the internal resources, then it is fine. Second thing, that is, after creating this media player into your applications, you can allow, or it allows you to play the local resources, or you can give the URL of external resources, which is streaming, right? And even if you can like use the content resolver to get the content from your raw data in the sense your uh, storage medias, right? So this is what media player works and how it will work. Let's understand. So first we will going to create the media players object, right? This is what we need to create. And before that, let's go for let me put two buttons for start and stop, right? As usual, we are going to use a linear layout for easy way. So here we can put button. Android. That is start and Android ID. Start. Right? We will put the another button. Yes, that's it. There are two buttons we want to put. I've already put start and stop. Nothing else nothing else is required, right? So you can see that there is a start and stop. Now let's create Okay, so we have, so whenever the start button will be clicked, I want to start, right? Whenever the start button will be clicked, I want to start my service. Fine. So for that, what we can do, that is we are already having the service. So we can simply put over here, start service. And here we can create, we need to pass over here intent. So once you can do intent, my intent is equal to, or we can pass service is equal to new intent. So basically first get application context comma. Here we want to start the my service because we want to pass this intent into service. So we need to give the service dot class as you are already aware, and you can simply put your intent, which is service intent, right? So this is what we need to do over here, right? And second thing that is we need to do, that is with this my service. Here it is media player is not required. Sorry, it is required in service, right? So basically within the service we are going to use a media player. That is, so first what we need to do, that is we need to create one object of the media player. So we are using private here on stat. So whenever we will go for the stat service, right? So basically similar to that, for example, whenever you are opening your application, at the same time on create function will be, or on create method will be called, right? That you are already aware. You are having the activity life cycle. Similar to that, we are having the service life cycle. જેવી રીતે activity ને પોતાની life cycle હોય છે, similar to that, services are also having their own life cycle. Let me share with you. Okay, here is the life cycle of the services, right? So basically once we will create, after creating, whenever we will go for the start service, at the same time on start command will be called, and whatever we have written inside that, it will get it will keep running that particular service until it is stopped by itself or a client. That means either stop service need to be called, or otherwise it will keep running if we will not make any kind of changes, right? So basically it is about so whenever we are creating any of the service, either we need to put some kind of here, some kind of condition that by at this time it should get stopped, or otherwise we can put over here that whenever the stop service will be called, at the same time it will get stop running. Fine. So basically for stopping the running, there are two options. One, that is either you can put some condition that if this condition will satisfy. So for example, if my media player is running, fine. At the same time, if I am changing, if my network connectivity lost, right? So I would suggest that કે જ્યારે પણ media internet connectivity જતી રહે, service stop થઈ જવી જોઈએ. Whenever the internet connectivity comes back, at the same time it should start. So now internet connectivity, now here it is the working of your broadcast receiver will come. Broadcast receiver is something which will receive any of the notification which is broadcasted by the system. That means જ્યારે પણ તમારી બેટરી લો થશે ને ત્યારે your system, your OS will broadcast battery is getting low. So જેટલી application માં battery related broadcast receivers they will receive this particular notification. For example, if call is coming, right, at the same time your broadcast receiver comes, that is whenever your call is coming, at the same time your calling services will wake up and show you that yes, call is coming. That is another example of broadcast receiver. For example, my application, in my application, if I am saying that at 4 p.m. this particular file should be downloaded. So basically here I am writing some URL, this must be called, so automatically file will get downloaded. So I need to put the broadcast receiver over here. So whenever the 4 will come, at the same time this receiver will check on this particular, that whether this particular event is occurred or not. At the same time it will receive a notification and this URL will be called. That is another example of broadcast receiver. So you can implement your alarm service, your own alarm service, right, using this broadcast receiver. So here some role of broadcast receiver also comes. It is not required every time to implement the broadcast receiver over here. And it is not like that only broadcast receiver can be used to stop the service, right? Not at all. As I told you, at the event of some occurrence you can call. But here, as I told you that કે જ્યારે પણ નેટવર્ક કનેક્ટિવિટી લોસ્ટ થાય ત્યારે આ સર્વિસ બંધ થવી જોઈએ. તો મારી how this application will come to know that you are not having the network connectivity? Either every second you need to check, is network connectivity available? Keep playing. If network connectivity is available, keep playing. But this is not a right way. Every time in single 24 hours, every second you are sending a request whether this particular not available. Instead of that, if your application will have one broadcast receiver, so whenever your system will announce or broadcast that currently connectivity lost, so your application will receive this broadcast and decide that now connectivity is lost, so we should perform this particular task, right? So here the role of broadcast receiver comes. Even if I will show you that how broadcast receiver will work. So let's again move towards the okay. So here my service will come. So the main purpose was, whenever your service gets started, you need to override the method. That is on start command, right? That you need to implement. Now, within this particular thing, we have already created the object of player. So we need to create our own media player, right? Because this is just the object. Create. Now here you can see that you are having multiple options with this create command. First thing that is you need to put the first thing that is you need to give the context, and second thing that is the URL. Whenever you will click on this, you will okay. So here you can go for this, and here you can put the URL. So currently I am taking, for example, okay, you can see that some default things are coming. That is notification URI, that is ringtone, that is alarm. So let me take default URI. Now what if you don't have that default URI? Fine. So for the same, what you can do, if you don't want to, or if you want to play some specific, at the same time, what will happen if you are developing your own media player? Currently it is not possible to show you that how to create your own media music player, because many things will come. So let me show you that what if you are developing your own media player. I have already explained you how to develop a list, right? How to create a list view. So for example, whenever you are having a list of audio files, you can simply create a list of audio files. We can use the content viewer, fine, to get the audio files. You can list those files over here. Now whenever you will click on particular item, it should start service. કોઈ પણ આઈટમ પર ક્લિક કરે એટલે સર્વિસ સ્ટાર્ટ થવી જોઈએ. સેકન્ડ થિંગ, it should give you the position of this item. You are already aware that કે જ્યારે પણ list view dot on item click listener કરો, so you will get position of this item over here inside that method. So here with intent you can bind that particular position and you can share with this particular service. You are already aware જ્યારે પણ intent જાય so you can pass some data. So for example, here you are creating intent I is equal to new intent get application context comma, here you can write yes, my servers dot class, and then you can I dot put extras, and key is position and I, and then you can go for start service, and you can put I, and add the media player. For example, as I told you that you need to take this whole list, audio file list, right? You can save this audio file list inside some array list, or you can create one class that is audio class, inside which the details related to audios are saved. Fine. So basically you are taking array list of class audio and object of that particular things are stored in this array list. So whenever you will give the position, it will be the position from this array list. So whenever you will go to the start command, fine, at the same time you will hover over get intent dot get extras, and here you can take b dot, and here you can give position. So you will get this particular position, and at the place of URL, right? Now we will come to the Android Studio. So here at the place of URL, you can put the URL of specific uh, ringtone or specific audio. You can put any of the URL, or even if you can put the URI of any of the uh, online source which is streaming. So for the same, you can go for URI dot. Here instead of writing this, just a minute. Import class. Yes, pass. Mm, dot. Yes, pass. So here you can pass any of the URL as a string that is related to, that is up to you. Fine, you can put any of the URL of the internet source or something like this. If that URL you will put, that URL will be played. But if it is from internet source, you need to put those things into, if you are putting any of the URL, you need to take the permission from your uh, manifest. And you need to put the permission. Now let's go for mp dot looping. Okay, set looping true. So it will keep playing. Fine. Even if you want to go for next, then you can change the position and mp dot start. So it will get start. And here you can put at stick instead of one, right? Because it is returning that it is working, right? And here we can also implement the on destroy. If I'm not implement on destroy, so basically it will not get destroyed whenever this particular service get destroyed. So we need to put destroy, and we will go for mp dot stop. And even if before stop, we can also go for mp dot release. Now before using or before starting any of the media, you can also check if mp is not equal to null. Basically mp is not equal to null in the sense if it is getting used, right? So what you can do, first you can stop that particular thing, that is mp dot stop, and then you can release, right? And then you get, and in else if no one is using the media player, then you can simply write this code, something like this. That's it. Why these two steps are there? Because we want to check whether this media player is being used by something or not, or any other applications or not, right? Is there any doubt? Now let me start. Just a minute. Let me start my. I want to connect my phone to show you the output. Okay, now it's working. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me play some music first and then let me show you that how it will work. Okay, I have something and let me start our application. Okay, so let me show you this demo first. Okay, let me, because let me show you which type of error will happen if you will not write that if condition, right? So let me share my screen off. Yes. So let's first start with the music with some another application. Fine. That is music. Here we are having, just a minute. I was having some. Okay, this was I was playing. Fine. Now let me go to the application that we have developed. Yes, service demo. I have created this for my students, but if it is only for that, currently Om is playing, and whenever I will start, both the things are running together because that application is already running this. Now let me stop first this. Okay, this is stopped, and let me stop this another one. Okay, now it's gone. So basically what happened over here, if I have not written this code, let me show you which code I am talking about. So if I am not writing this code, that is stop and release, then this type of thing will happen. Now let's run this particular application. Okay, so whenever we are starting this, the background thing will goes off and our music will get started. Why? Because what we are doing, we are just releasing whatever it is having, and we are releasing that particular thing. So now whenever we will stop, at the same time it is going to stop that particular service, right? So this is what how we can access this media player in our system, right? Okay, so this is about the service. Now let's move towards the broadcast receiver, that how we can implement. Fine. For the same, let me create the another application. Let me close this application. So here I have created a new application, that is my broadcast. Fine. And here we are going to create the broadcast receiver, right? Just a minute. Let me close all the other windows so it will work properly. Okay. So this is about the broadcast receiver. Now basically broadcast receiver, like broadcast is one kind of message which is like broadcasted by the system or some another applications, fine, at the time of occurrence of some events. Like for example, when the device gets start, fine, at the same when the message get received on your device, when some call is coming, when you are like going to the aeroplane mode or not, at the same time broadcast receiver will be used to respond this type of events, fine. So basically even if broadcast receiver also allows us to register for that systems and the application events to get received in your application. So there are two types of broadcast receivers are there. One that is a system static broadcast, and another one that is a dynamic broadcast. Now static broadcast are those broadcasts that we can declare inside the manifest file, fine, and it will work even if your application is closed. And second one dynamic, that we will work upon our application only. So basically dynamic is one in which it will only run when your application is getting run. Now let me tell you some of the broadcast receiver and their intent, right? Let me show you. Where is my, yes. Okay. So here are some intent related to your broadcast receivers. That if I want to do something with, for example, if I want that after rebooting your system, whenever you will turn off your system or shut down your system, or we can say તમે તમારો મોબાઈલ જ્યારે switch off કરી દેશો, right? At the same time all the services will be stopped. What if I want to start my services when the booting of the system gets done? What if I want to start or want to perform some activity at the start of at the time of rebooting? What if I want to perform something when the battery gets low? For example, if I want to make applications in which whenever my battery goes less than 20%, right, or lower than 20%, I want to perform some task. Like મને મારી બેટરી 20% કરતા નીચે જાય તો મને every time ખબર નથી પડતી. But what I want to do, that જ્યારે પણ 20% કરતા નીચે જાય મારામાં એક અલાર્મ વાગવો જોઈએ, જે actual આપણી Android systems આપણને provide નથી કરતી. So I want that કે whenever my batteries 20% કરતા ઓછી થાય, at the same time my alarm gets started running, or it should play some ringtone, right? તો શું થશે? So મારી પોતાની applications, for example, whenever it will work, what will happen, that કે જ્યારે પણ બેટરી લો થશે, at the same time મારી application notification મળશે કે બેટરી લો થઈ, and my application will notify me કે તમારી બેટરી 20% કરતા લો છે, whatever task you want to perform you can perform. That we can do So these are the inbuilt intents or inbuilt like receivers which we can receive, right? So basically it occurrence of this type of. Second thing, that is about pending intent. Pending intent, that means whenever this type of your application will bound to that particular intent, whenever that particular event will occur, at the same time it will wait for that type of things, right? Now let's start with, let me show you with, okay, so here we are going to develop a dynamic one. Why? Because after API 26 the static one is not supported. So let's create the dynamic one. Okay, so how you can, so here new, and inside the other you can go for the broadcast receiver, right? And here you can, okay, my receiver finish, it's fine. Now as I was telling you that you can uh, create in previous application, that you can get the audio files from your storage and something, so you can go for some go over here as well, that કે તમે જે બી એપ તમારી જે પણ songs છે એ songs માંથી કોઈ એક song play કરી શકો, right? Let me start with broadcast receiver. So basically what you want to do, that is, for example, you want to work upon જ્યારે પણ aeroplane mode, whenever the aeroplane mode on ke off થાય, at the same time broadcast should be received. So let's, yes, so here we can, whenever your application is in view mode, at the same time we can put over here, so we will put intent filter. Here you can see that what type of intent filter are available. This much amount of intent filters are available. Now another working of this intent filter, right? Here you can see that battery is low. If you want to get battery is changed, if you want to get notification at the time of something, then so let's go for this aeroplane mode change, and we can go for, now we want to register receiver. Okay, and you can pass, okay, you can follow my receiver intent filter, that is F, yes. So basically this is how we can go for here you are creating your object of broadcast receiver, right? So you can see that over here you can, here you are registered. Now the same thing can be done with the your manifest file as well. Now let me tell you that what is the another application of this intent filter. So for example, if I am putting intent filter, action, Android name, okay, send, right? Okay, now whenever you are defining this type of intent filter, that means if any of the other application is working with this particular send functionality, your particular application will be listed out. Listed out in the sense, for example, મારો કોઈ મેસેજ છે, I want to send that message, તો તમે જ્યારે પણ શેર કે સેન્ડ પર ક્લિક કરો તો તમને જેટલી એપ્લિકેશન્સ થ્રુ તમારો મેસેજ સેન્ડ કરવો હોય એ બધી જ એપ્લિકેશન્સ લિસ્ટ આઉટ થતી હોય. You will get the list of all the applications, right? But what if I want to go for my application, કે જ્યારે પણ શેર કરવાની વાત આવે તો મારી એપ્લિકેશન પણ લિસ્ટ આઉટ થવી જોઈએ. Then what you can do, so for that reason also you can put over here intent filter, so that whenever some send thing will come, at the same time my application get listed in that particular list. Even if you can put anything, right, that attach data or call button પર ક્લિક કરીએ તો જેટલી બી ઓપ્શન્સ હોય તો આવવું જોઈએ. Then other than that, search, if I want to search, then it should allow me to search like this. Send multiple, then send to, right? So basically these are the various things which is available with the intent filter that you must know. For example, તમે જ્યારે પણ કઈ શેર કરો, right, message or something like this, તમને સૌથી પહેલા like WhatsApp, Facebook માં ન્યૂઝ ફીડ એન્ડ તમારું જે પણ like story, then Instagram, then you will have if Gmail, તો તમારું Gmail પણ list out થતું હોય, તમારા messages પણ list out થતા હોય, right? So this is what all the things are getting listed. But what if I want to list my application as well? Then this intent service will work, right? So this is what about the intent service. Now let me go for, this is what about registering. So here you are registering the event, sorry, the broadcast receiver, and then you are passing this intent filter. Now this manifest intent filter is not allowed after 20 API level 26. So for that we need to define over here only, right? Now let's go for what if my receiver, once it is registered, that is for this application, this particular broadcast receiver is registered. Now what if I want to, at the time of receiving, what I want to do, so for that, for example, I want to check, right, that is particular airplane mode is on or not. So what we will do, first we will okay. So we are getting the system services and we are finding that whether this aeroplane mode is on or not. If it is on, then this. If it is off, then this, right? So this is what about receiver. So whenever the aeroplane mode status get changed, right? At the same time, this particular receiver will be called, and here whatever we have written, that will be executed, right? For example, if aeroplane mode gets start, my downloading should be post. જ્યારે પણ એરોપ્લેન મોડ ઓન થશે ત્યારે ફરીથી ડાઉનલોડિંગ, બીકોઝ સમટાઈમ્સ ઇટ માઇટ હેપન ધેટ કે જ્યારે પણ એરોપ્લેન મોડ ઓન થાય ઓટોમેટિકલી નેટવર્ક કનેક્ટિવિટી જતી રહે, અધરવાઇઝ ઇન્ટરનેટ જતું રહે એન્ડ માય એપ્લિકેશન ગેટ્સ ક્રેશ્ડ. Why? Because we have not put any kind of thing on download option. So ત્યાં exception throw થશે because network connectivity loss થશે and at the same time our application get crashed, right? So for that reason we can go for this broadcast receiver. Let me run this application. Okay, so here you can see that from here I am changing the aeroplane mode state. So you can see that over here aeroplane mode is off. You can see that aeroplane mode is on. Instead of putting this toast, we can put anything, right? For example, whatever media file was that, I can play that file as well. Let me show you that as I told you, at some event occurs, right? So something should be played. So that is also possible. Just a minute. Let me create that media player over here. Need to call the service. Let me create one service. Let me copy paste from our previous service code, right? Yeah, so from our receiver, basically on receive this particular thing will be done, but here we need to put yes. what we can do, yes, let me put one button over here so we can stop that particular thing, because whenever broadcast receiver will come, we need to stop our alarm service, right? તમે 5 વાગ્યાનો અલાર્મ મૂક્યો, અલાર્મ વાગે તો છે, but we need to stop that particular alarm. So that is what we are planning to do. So let me id button is there. So we can put this button, so whenever we will, that particular service will be stopped. So automatically when this particular service will get stopped, we need to put over here stop service on, sorry. Right, so we can simply stop that particular service, right? That particular service will be stopped. Just a minute. Okay. So if okay, so whenever this particular settings will be on, fine. At the same time, sorry, this will be displayed. Otherwise, system service will get started because we have not checked whether it is on or not. Let me show you. Okay. So whenever we will run, now automatically it is getting started, and whenever we will, at the same time, everything will be destroyed, right? Again, for example, whenever we will start that, if we want to register that particular things, we just need to start that particular service, right? That, for example, I'm having this particular applications. Whenever I will off, it will be something like this, right? And whenever, instead of this aeroplane mode, you can just put your battery level, right? That my battery level, and we can stop this particular button. So instead of putting this, you can simply put over here you can check your battery level, nothing else. If your battery gets low, at the same time you can start this particular alarm service. The same thing you can go for your IAM service as well. If you want to start something at some kind of event, at the same time you can go for the broadcast receiver, right? This is what about broadcast. Any doubt with this? Let me show you that task, that is your about thread. Just a minute. Let me start. I have one. We have already used it in Google Map, right? On the very first day. So let me open that particular project. First, let me close this all. Okay. I think so. In Google Map demo, we have used that task. So let's, okay, so as I told you that service is something that can be a foreground or background, but here we are having the thing about threading that should happen in a background, but only when your application is running or your main thread is there, right? Something, for example, if I want to download something from internet, so it should not happen in main thread. Some of the tasks which are already defined in Android guidelines, that this type of task should not done in the main thread, right? But it should be done in the background thread. Background thread, that means in a lightweight process. And whenever that particular lightweight process will complete it, at the same time it will notify to your application or it will execute something, right? So let me show you that. That is, this is the one of the example is your task which is working on the background thing, right? Which we have already used. That is, if we want to get the location, so what we have done, we have created this task and it is going to work upon the location. Whenever we will successfully get this, it is going to give me this particular task is over. Second example of the same is async task. Let me, like if I want to download something and after down completion of download, I want to get the notification, yes, this is already completed, right? Then we can go for this async task. That was, this is one class available with the Java. So basically it is having different methods, that is do in background, right? Before executing this, if we want to do something, after executing this, if we want to do something, right, then also there are the method. And in progress, if we want some data, then also we can go for this, right? So basically do in background, there is Jarapan, whenever this particular uh, method will be called, at the same time what will happen, whatever we want to perform in background, that we can put in this particular method whenever we are going to pre-execute. So before running this async task in background, whatever code we want to do, that is we can go for. And if after executing this do in background, just a minute. So basically this is about what is pre-execute, poison. So whatever task you want to do, for example, if you are downloading something, right? So for example, if I am clicking on download button, something should be downloaded. So from whatever URL I want to download that file, that I can perform in this async task. And in do in background, I can put that particular URL calling part, that at what place I want to store that particular downloaded file. Now, sometimes it might be possible that you are already aware that now if you want that, for example, if you are working with Ghana.com, Ghana music app or another Amazon Music you are already using, then you are already aware that you will have the list of songs. Here some song download button will be there, right? So whenever you will click on this button, it is not it is not stopping you from accessing anything else. Why? Because this task is going inside the background. That's why. Or otherwise we can put over here service. That if I will come outside of this particular application, it should stop downloading that thing. Whenever I will come back, it should keep downloading. Right? But what actual main thread is in with you. If I will not perform this task in background, what will happen? I will be restricted from interacting with my application. So basically, this is what we required. So this is what we can perform, right? So basically, if for example, if I am not putting in background, then what will happen? Whatever I am downloading, that is in main thread. So now I will not be able to interact with this UI until that particular download process get completed. That's why it is required to put this into the async task. And for example, if I want to show the progress or something like this, so at the same time, that part we can put in the progress update. After downloading, if I want that, I should get some notification your file get downloaded. So what I have done, I have put my things into this downloading thing. After completion of doing background, this particular post execute background will be called. Whenever we will, if I am using the async task, fine, creating an object, right? At the same time, what will happen? These are the 4 methods, those are unimplemented that we need to implement. So whenever we will start this task, at the same time, first pre-execute will be executed, then do in background, and then post execute, right? Okay. Sorry. My screen was not shared. Async task, right? So you can perform your task in background. Sorry, I have not shared, but let me explain quickly again. That this is one like whenever you want to perform anything inside thread, then you are having one option that is async task. Second option that you can go for thread, and it is having a thread handler. using which you can handle your task in background. One of the option that is async task is it is having 4 unimplemented method, which is do in background, pre-execute, post-execute, and progress update. So as I told you that, okay, for example, you are giving some options to download something. For example, I am having picture gallery and I am allowing them to download. Here I have given the download button. But what I am doing, I am not using any kind of threading in my application. So whenever I will click on this particular button, it will start downloading the thing. So I have written those code in onCreate. If I have written this code in onCreate, that means it is working on the main thread. This is somewhat concept of OS, right? Main thread, or we can say the process. Your main thread is your main process, and inside that you can create your thread. Similar जैसे activity की life cycle है, the service is having a life cycle similar to thread is also having some life cycle, right? So these 3 methods. But if I want that should not happen, so what you can do, you can use this async task or thread, or what you can do, thread का object create करो, do in background, and it is यहाँ पे एक thread handler लगा दो, and you will be able to do it these things in background. So आपका ये UI के साथ आप interact start रख सकते हो कि background में जब तक ये image download होती है, I want to see another images as well. अगर आपने यहाँ पे options दिया है कि फाइल इतनी फाइल्स मेरे ब्लॉक पे एप्लीकेशंस पे अवेलेबल है, मैं ये फाइल डाउनलोड करती हूँ, ये भी डाउनलोड करती हूँ, ये भी डाउन, सो एच एंड एवरी टाइम सम न्यू थ्रेड्स गेट क्रिएटेड, और जब भी ये टास्क कंप्लीट होगा, दे बैक टू द एक्टिविटी एंड दे रिपोर्ट टू द एक्टिविटी, एंड वी वांट टू give notification in the application that yes, this task is completed, and yes, now this is the downloaded or completed, something like this, right? So this is what about the async task, or we can say this is what about the threads and working with the background. If anyone have any doubt, in your class you just need to extend this particular class, yeah, right? So you will have this unimplemented methods. Let me show you. Let's create one new application. We will quickly go through it. So background demo. Okay. Just a minute, waiting for this saving application. I'm not able to access. Just a minute. I think so. There are 3 or 4 windows of Android Studio is open. So let me restart the Android Studio. Mm, okay. Few minutes till the time my Android Good Studio is getting started, because sometimes you can use this async task or thread handler at the time when you want to download something from the server as well, fine, because it might be possible that you want to download from your server or some places. For example, if you are using any of the APIs and it is giving you the response in some JSON file, so you first, for example, in your application you are downloading the JSON file and then parsing for your reference. Then also you can use the thread handler or this async task, right? Yes. So let me start. We have not created anything, right? So let me show you that how we can download something using async task. I will take some URL for direct downloading, fine, because currently we don't have time to learn that how we will download. Okay, let's have first let's go for the linear layout. Let me put over here one button so we can start our this. Let me clear this. Let me put. Right, so I have created this button. So we can simply, whenever I will click on this, it should download something, right? That we are putting, or otherwise we can put one image view and we can display something on that as well. So let me put this orientation. right? We can put something over here. Now, for example, if I am creating some class with this, that is async, that is like extending the async task, right? So what we can do, not okay. So here we are having the do in background that we can implement. Fine. So basically here what we want to write, that we can put, and we can call this particular object of this class inside our main, that is our create. So here we can create my task object, and we can pass over to, let me take some URL. We can download some image file, right? So let me take some URL of image, logo of Android. Copy link. I got the link of, we can pass over here the link of this particular, right? And then we can write in this. That is, whenever this particular thing is coming, we will open this particular URL, right? That is our URL. So we, what we can do, we can put over here. For example, if I want to access, then we can access host dot next. Here, for example, this is the thread. So what we can do, that is, we need to take over here context. So we can get application context. And here we can put our string of 0, and then strings of 0, and then post dot show. So what will happen here, whatever we are passing, that will be received over here as a string of 0, and we can simply access this using any of the HTTP connection. Fine. So what we can do, that is, we can create over here HTTP URL connection, HP is equal to String we can't take. Just put some connection. Okay, let me put this one, please. Do we have this around with try and catch? Yes. So basically, this is the URL we have passed and create, and here u dot open connection, right? That we can open, and here. Okay, surround with try and catch. Right, so we can open that particular connection. So that will be done, and whatever image will come, that will be inside the PNG format. So first we need to convert it into the bitmap, and then we can set over here is a image. Fine. So that is the another thing. But this is what how this particular thing is going to work. Right? That is, whenever we will execute this task, it is going to work upon background, because here we can see that here it is a method which is going to work in background. Right? So is there any doubt with this? Anyone is having doubt? Okay, I'm sharing with you one application that in whatever concepts we have learned today, you can develop or you can use those all concept in a single application. Let me share with you. You can try it at home, because it will like that particular person has developed. Just a minute. I have saved that URL. Just a minute. How to get It was from, I think so, program it. Just a minute. Let me check my YouTube. Okay, here it is. Let me give you that playlist. Whole playlist is there. Total, I think so, 27 videos are there in that particular playlist. But it is explained very well how to develop one music player, right? If you will try this particular application to develop by your own self, he has not explained any concept why he is using that particular class, or that I have already explained you, that why to use broadcast receiver, why to use services, that I have already explained. Here it is the URL of that application development. So whenever, for example, if you want to develop your own music application, then you need to use the service, you need to use threads. Whenever you want to put some downloading option, then also it is possible, right? So that time you need to use the background thread or thread handler, async task or thread handler. Fine. So this is the URL using which you can develop the application. If we will develop this application, it will take more time, because number of things he has added, but he has very well demonstrated that whole application can be developed. Total 27 videos are there in his playlist. So you can try it at your home, because it's very lengthy application, so it cannot be covered in this 2 hours. And if I will try to show you that application, then some of the concepts will not be able to cover. Like I can cover the broadcast receiver and services, fine, but it is not possible to develop that whole application in 2 hours. So you can develop at home. I've already explained you all the major concepts of this particular developing this application. It is just for your information. It is not like that you have to develop or something like this, fine. So if no one have doubt, we can conclude this things over here only, right? That is whatever we have discussed. So almost all the topics I have already covered. Only single topic remain, that is related to animation, right? So okay, so if you don't have doubt, we can conclude our meeting over here.
Hello, student. Uh, I will just discuss with the madam if any topic is remaining. So we will arrange the session by tomorrow. Okay. And if she has done the all topics, so we will continue the lecture from Monday, right? As usual. Okay. Thank you.